Mindset, right? It's a tool of mass construction, build you up and help you achieve anything you want, but also a tool of destruction, tear you down. Ask yourself this question: are my thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations, and behaviors moving me towards my goals or away from my goals? One or the other. If it's moving you towards, keep doing it. Moving you away, stop them. How do we, let's say, decondition or reprogram our brain? Brain, as you know, is a tool of mass construction or mass destruction. So let's have a discussion on mindset. Mindset, like everybody says that mindset is what separates the best from the rest. But is it true? Can your mindset make you or break you? So mindset, it's something I've studied for 43 years now. And some of you may have read Carol Dweck's book on mindset, that you can have a growth mindset, which means you're open-minded and you know that you can grow. But a lot of people may have a closed mindset or a fixed mindset. What do you think you have? Do you think you have a growth mindset or a fixed mindset? Which one? Growth mindset or fixed mindset? Let me know. By the way, I'm coming to you from San Diego Live. And hi, everybody. I've got Instagram going, about 6 different communities on Facebook going right now. So tell me, do you have a growth mindset, or a fixed mindset? A fixed mindset person, by the way, is somebody who says, that's just the way I am. I love when I hear people say, that's just the way I am. So, well, do you want to be that way? So let's first answer a couple of questions. If mindset could be making you and helping you, achieve your goals and dreams, and mindset can break you, what is mindset? What is mindset? It's not like one thing. It's not growth or fixed, right? It's not growth or fixed. Like, is mindset your attitude? Right? Is mindset your beliefs? Is mindset your habits? Is mindset your perspective? Is mindset your positivity or negativity? Like, what is mindset? Is mindset, your tenacity and resolve to finish what you start? Right? Now, what do we know? Hold on a second. I'm going to bring you something. Like, mindset's happening somewhere in your brain, right? Like, it's happening somewhere in your brain. Were you born with a mindset? So, Ron, you had that stinking thinking that has to change. Like, were you born with a mindset? No, nobody was born with any type of mindset. But what happened in our brains to develop our mindset? Did the school that we went to affect our mindset? Did the kids that we were hanging around with, including our siblings, affect our mindset? Did our teachers affect our mindset? Our parents affect our mindset? The TV we watch affect our mindset? What we experience and the meanings that we gave things or learned to give things affected our mindset, right? So is it possible that some people have a constructive, empowering, positive mindset and others have a disempowering, negative, destructive mindset? Is it possible this tool, this brain, this electromagnetic switching station, light comes in, light energy, sound energy, tactile energy through the nervous system, activates electrical activity in neurons that release neurochemicals associated with the very thought you are having that causes emotions and feelings that drive behavior? Is it possible that some of your thinking is stinking? Is it possible some of your beliefs are disempowering? Is it possible some of your habits are negative? Is it possible that your perspective is all wrong? Is it possible? You can tell I'm going to have fun today, don't you? I usually do these in the beginning of the day. I'm doing this towards the end of the day. What time is it where you're at? It's 4:04 in the afternoon here in San Diego, right? So mindset, right? It's a tool of mass construction, build you up and help you achieve anything you want, but also a tool of destruction, tear you down. So when we're talking about mindset, Our mindset influences our thoughts. Our mindset influences our emotions. Our mindset influences the actions we take. Have you ever heard of the ants that hold people back? The ants. Anybody heard of ants? And the ants is spelled A-N-T-S. Have you ever heard of the ants that hold people back? Anybody know what the ants are that hold people back? What are the ants that hold people back? Automatic negative thoughts. Like, have you ever considered that you weren't born with automatic negative thoughts or automatic positive thoughts? Have you ever considered that the automatic negative thoughts that create the automatic negative emotions that drive the automatic disempowering behaviors are all interlinked? So the question is, what causes your automatic negative thoughts and emotions and behaviors? The thoughts you weren't born with, but they're part of something in your brain, your memory system that's activating 6,200 thoughts a day, about 500, 400 for every hour you're awake. Right? Think about how many thoughts that is per minute. What causes your automatic negative thoughts? I want you to think with me. Let's go beneath the surface of this discussion. What causes your automatic negative thoughts? Or what causes your automatic positive thoughts? Anybody want to take a guess? Anybody want to take a guess? If you like this topic, give me a like or a love or a heart or something like that so I know you've got a heartbeat. What causes your automatic negative thoughts or your automatic positive thoughts? Come on. There's one word. One word. One word. Or maybe I could put it to two words. Panic attacks, they don't cause your automatic negative thoughts. But your automatic negative thoughts may cause your panic attacks. But what causes your automatic negative thoughts? Panic attacks don't just happen for any reason. Panic attacks for Enrique, right, is an effect. So Facebook use has perception, fear, habits, fear, impressions picked up by others, your environment, bad news or good news. That could cause it. Here's the word I'm looking for. Your conditioning. Your conditioning. Miwako, you say fear causes it, but what causes fear? Shame causes it, but what is shame? Shame is blame turned inwards. Your conditioning is what causes your automatic negative thoughts. Your conditioning can also cause your automatic positive thoughts. What is conditioning? What is conditioning? For those of you just joined, I'm talking about how your mindset's making you or breaking you. But I'm going deeper into thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations, and yes, behaviors that cause your results. But your results are not caused by your behaviors. Your behaviors are caused by your thoughts and emotions and your habits. But what causes you to be conditioned? Programming, yes, conditioning and programming is the same. How did you and I become programmed? Hi, Paul Ryan. Love you too. From Vancouver. What caused your programming? What in the heck is programming? Did you, before you were born, did our creator or God have a bunch of, data scientists and programmers go, okay, let's program this brain. This one's going to be negative and this one's going to be positive and this one's going to think everything's really good and that one's going to think everything's really shitty. Like, how did you become programmed? Programmed, conditioned. So boss up, your parents' response to life, your sisters, your siblings, what you read, what you saw, what you heard, the meaning you gave things, how you felt caused you to say, this is good, this is bad, I like this, I don't. So how do you change that? How do you change your conditioning so that you are more empowered? Epigenetics, yeah, there could be some epigenetics there, copying others, bad habits, experiences from the past, family, teachers, environment, Yeah, people that we see on television, that we're infatuated with. We believe what they believe. We drink what they drink. We smoke what they smoke. We dress the way they dress because we are a species that likes to copy, right? But how do we, let's say, decondition or reprogram our brain? This is the work I've done as a behavioral neuroscience researcher for 43 years to try and understand this. So, Angie, you say recondition the subconscious mind. Enrique, neuroplasticity, reprogram your subconscious mind. So, Dane, realize you can control yourself. How many of you think, and this is a question, I want to get into a dialogue. How many of you think that you have a brain, but you're not your brain? How many of you believe that you have a brain, but you're not your brain? Right? How do you break the habit of being your current you? So Leo, Kendra says, bring the negative thoughts to full consciousness. Right? So bring the negative thoughts to full consciousness. I like that. Get out of your comfort zone. Yeah, you get out of your comfort zone. Be unique. Right? Be unique. Yeah. AI, deep breathing, right? How do you change the very neural patterns that have been reinforced? Like, isn't a mindset a reinforced network of patterns and associations that became the conditioned way for thoughts to percolate up or for emotions to percolate up automatically? Now, can we, here's a question. Can we have negative thoughts but not react to them? Can we learn through practice, through mindfulness, being mindful, being aware of negative thoughts? And let's say there were 6,200 bubbles that percolated up from an aquarium, from the bottom of an aquarium. And let's say out of the 6,200 bubbles that came up from an aquarium, let's say the red ones were negative and the blue ones were positive. And let's say they just kept coming up, 400 an hour are percolating up from our subconscious mind based on our 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 years of reinforcing patterns. Is it possible to be aware of thoughts, but then to release, let go of the ones that do not empower you, and hold on to and reinforce the ones that do? What if thoughts are random and they're triggered based on smell, based on environment, based on something you're seeing, based on something you're hearing? And what if your brain is just a thought-making machine? What if your brain automatically activates neural circuits and neurochemicals that causes automatic feelings? Right? What if you can have more control of being aware of and letting go of the, let's say, bad, negative, disempowering ones and reinforce the powerful, constructive, empowering ones? Could you do that? Could you do that? Hey, Sean, yeah. Can you learn to observe your thoughts? You know what most people do? They have this thought, it causes a feeling that they don't like, they're stressed out, have anxiety or panic. Then they think about the stress, the anxiety or panic, and then they keep reactivating and reinforcing, the pattern that's causing the very thing they don't want. So they keep re-triggering the electrical circuit, the neurochemicals, cortisol, epinephrine, norepinephrine, adrenaline, and they don't know how to shut off this doom loop of negativity and of destructiveness because they're just not skilled. Is this making sense? So your brain, Like, I think it's worth at least $100 billion, but most people are terrible operators of their own brain. Right? Kendra, if it's possible, it's difficult. Some of it's difficult, some of it's not. Right? So when we are aware of our thoughts and we release the negative ones and we attach the positive ones, but then we reinforce, the positive ones with positive, encouraging self-talk, self-thoughts, right? Self-talk, self-thoughts. I know this is hard and I'm learning how to do it. I know I've failed in the past and now I'm learning how to succeed faster and easier than ever before. I know that blank happened, but now I'm learning how. Listen, the first thing you want to learn how to control, or the first skill that you want to learn, is how to be aware of thoughts. Second thing you want to be aware of is your emotional state, your state, right? How you stand, how you walk, how you speak, how you feel. Are you slouched over? Are you negative? Are you looking down? Are you aware that if you look up, you want to have some fun with me right now? Let's have some fun. Come on, play along. I want you to look up, smile. You'll put your hand up, and I want you to try and feel lousy or angry or mad. Just look up and smile. Yeah. And try to feel shitty. You can't. Your physiology will not allow you to look up, put your hands up like you're celebrating and try to feel shitty. You cannot have those two neural circuits happening in your brain at the same time. So if we can become more aware, okay, of our thoughts and release, let go of, don't pay attention to the negative, disempowering thoughts. And then we can deliberately, if we choose, we can choose empowering thoughts. And if we want to reinforce positive thoughts, do you know I've been using affirmations for 43 years every day? If your brain was a garden and thoughts were seeds and affirmation, self-talk were seeds, what would you be planting into your brain every day? Negative seeds, disempowering seeds, destructive seeds, bad seeds, seeds that will move you towards your goals or away from your goals, seeds that'll lift you up or tear you down. Like, what would you plant in your garden? It starts with your thoughts. It starts with your thoughts. Now, we already established earlier, you weren't born with any thoughts. You weren't born with any conditioned beliefs. There weren't negative ones or positive ones, but somehow whoever planted it, or the environment that you were in that planted those seeds that got reinforced, now they're percolating up into patterns of familiarity that are being triggered over and over and over again by your environment and your day-to-day. Does this make sense? So here's one of my challenges for you. Start talking positively to yourself. Start using affirmations, okay? An affirmation is nothing more than planting a seed in one's mind that through spaced repetition becomes reinforced. Spaced repetition reinforces the pattern. Every word you use, every sentence you use, okay, activates electrical activity in your brain, right? The electrical activity that's activated in your brain, that's repeated, gets reinforced. The patterns that are reinforced go from conscious effort to unconscious or subconscious patterns and memories. The memories are then activated based on the environment or other thoughts that are chosen. So let me ask you a question. What percentage of your thoughts are negative right now? What percentage of your thoughts are negative? Is it 5%, 10%, 20%, 50%, 100%? Like, what percentage? Like, I think about 10% of my thoughts now might be negative or disempowering. It used to be like 70%. But 10% is a normal part, of the brain where your brain's going, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if you fail? What if you do this? What if you're embarrassed? What if you're ashamed? What if you're ridiculed? What if you lose money? What if negative? Right? So are you talking positively to yourself? Or are you talking negatively to yourself most of the time? Because every thought produces a neurochemical which travels through the bloodstream, which is what we call our feelings. A feeling is nothing more than a conscious awareness of the vibration that my 100 trillion cells are in. We call it, I feel good, I feel bad, I feel anxious, I feel stressed, I feel positive, I feel negative, I feel, and that's based on the neurochemicals that are being released in your body. But it's happening in your brain. So the first thing we want to do is be aware of your thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations, and behaviors. Let me repeat. First thing you want to start practicing is being aware of your thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations, and behaviors. And ask yourself this question: are my thoughts, emotions, feelings, sensations, and behaviors moving me towards my goals or away from my goals? One or the other. If it's moving you towards, keep doing it. Moving you away, stop them. And a realtor, Christy, always cancel negative and replace with positive. Yes, there's actually some research on that for every negative thought you have, replace it with 3 to 5 positive thoughts. 3 to 5. It's not 1-to-1 ratio, 3 to 5. 3 to 5 positive to cancel 1 negative. So every day, when I wake up, I innercise, right? I train my brain to be more positive. I start off with gratitude. I start off with affirmations. I listen to my innercises that many of you are familiar with. And I use a variety of different techniques to train my brain to have more constructive thought patterns versus destructive, more empowering versus disempowering, more positive than negative. It's not that the negative isn't there, but through practicing your mastery of your mind, first you have to manage your mind, right?
Hey, this is John, and if you liked that video, watch the next video because it is packed with things that you can do right now to achieve success way faster than ever before.